and welcome into the ReMix. I'm Brianna Pitts. The holidays are the perfect time for food and family, and we have both. Chef Paul Wahlberg from Wahlburgers joined us to show us his recipe for meatball lasagna. Well, joining us now is Executive Chef Paul Wahlberg from Wahlburgers. Chef, thanks so much for coming in.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Thank you for making the studio smell heavenly.
Excellent.
You were here at CBS News Boston earlier this year for the beginning of the final season of Blue Bloods, a longtime CBS show that, of course, Donnie stars in. And you are making it a point to cook up dishes that coincide with that final season. How fun has that been for you?
It's been amazing. You know, obviously, you know, privileged to be part of such an iconic show.
Yeah.
And especially that Sunday dinner feel.
Right.
And so everybody gravitates towards that, and that whole piece really worked out well for us. And so for me to be able to put recipes together and work with them, it's just been unbelievable.
Classic Sunday dinner, of course, is here we go.
Oh, absolutely. Having a lasagna was one of those things. We, as kids, we had like a cycle of meals. We'd have a leg of lamb, we'd have roast beef, we'd have a boiled dinner, but lasagna was in there, and it was always one of our favorites.
I mean, it's everyone's favorite, right? So
absolutely.
Walk us through the steps of making one of your lasagnas here.
So typically what I would do is I'll make a meat lasagna. So I may make a meat sauce first.
Yep.
I'll get that, and then what I'll make that. You can do that the day before. What's great about lasagna, you can stage it over different days.
Right.
And so I made the meat sauce. I make the ricotta filling and get that all. Everything's, you know, chilled and put in the refrigerator. Then I'll cook the. I'll do the meatballs, and then I'll cook the lasagna noodles and get everything, and then just kind of stage it in. And then once you put it together, you can make 3 of them at a time. If you're making one, make 3.
Oh gosh,
and
yeah.
you can bring them anywhere, especially during the holidays. You can bring them to people's houses. You bake it, you bring it over. It's a nice and hot lasagna. Everybody's happy.
You look like you have it together, right? When you meal prepped.
Here you go, and you're done.
Look at all this work I've done.
But like I said, what's great about a lot of these recipes that we're doing is that there's staging that can be done, because people's lives are very complicated now. And so you have, you know, you've got kids and activities, you've got this, you've got that. And so to be able to kind of plan it out and get yourself to that Sunday where you're not spending the entire day in the kitchen is great.
It's so helpful. All right, well, I'll let you do what you need to do here as we get it kind of plated. You also brought in some Caesar salad. That's always the perfect thing to go.
You know what? You can any type of salad, anything you want that really goes with it. And that's what's great about lasagna. It complements so many different things.
Yeah, nice little crunch, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you talked about the meatballs on the side. So it's a meat sauce, and then we say, let's throw extra meat on the side.
Absolutely. So for me, it's always great to have that little bit of, you know, I love meatballs. We're very...
Oh my gosh, can I just smell this? The second you took that off. Oh, wow. Chef.
And then you have your sauce, so you get your nice finish.
Oh my goodness. That smells so good. This is smell-o-vision time.
I will tell you, that's one of the things that, you know, I love about, like, when we'd come home and, you know, that Sunday meal is being prepped, or any type of food, you'd walk in and all the smells and you knew what was coming. And then you could just kind of plan your whole life around it, and it was just great.
Okay, so we're topping it off. Is this pecorino, Parmesan?
This is Parmesan cheese, Reggiano, and we just get a nice little grate on there.
Okay, we always need that.
Absolutely.
I'm diving right in here. I think I'm starting with this little bite of meatball. Oh my gosh. I can't talk.
Excellent.
It's melting.
You can find all these recipes at the Wahlburgers website, and everything's in there. And there's all kinds of other recipes from the last 8 episodes of Blue Bloods.
I might have garlic breath, but it will be worth it.
Excellent.
All right, one more question for you about Blue Bloods here, because we got the finale coming up here this week. It is a beloved series, an iconic show. Is it hard for you to see it go?
It's hard for me to see it go because my brother was so... He loved it so much, and he loved the cast and the crew and everybody that was involved with the show and the relationship to build. It's like anything, you know, you build those relationships over 14 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So,
family.
yeah, 15 going into, whatever. And it's just unbelievable. And so, but it's great because so many people would come in, and it's great, you know, you'd be in the restaurant and you'd have some people say, oh, it's Friday night, watch it, and other people, Saturday morning, I watch Blue Bloods, we record it, and we watch it Saturday morning when we get up, and it's just great, and it's such an iconic piece, and it's so embedded in a lot of lives for people, so it's awesome.
Well, thank you for bringing it to life and kind of bringing it here. We've really enjoyed it. Chef Paul Wahlberg, thank you for coming in.
My pleasure, thank you.
Well, pouring some Christmas cheer into your cup. Still to come on the remix, a Boston bartender gives us 2 drink recipes to try this year at your holiday party. Well, the drinks are often flowing, even more this time of year, and we've got some great recipes and suggestions for you from the bar manager of Moon Bar in Boston. Well, if you're looking to spice up your next holiday party, we've got a few cocktails and mocktails to keep your gathering merry and bright. Joining us now, we have Jake Smith, who is the bar manager from Moon Bar in Boston. Jake, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks, Brianna. Thanks for having me.
For bringing us some delicious drinks. First, tell us about Moon Bar, because it was named in the holiday issue of Food and Wine magazine as one of the best spots to visit.
Yeah, so we're still relatively new. We just opened up in the Back Bay area about a year and a half ago, like a little bit. So we're still kind of getting our grip, but we're like more focused on our local scene and our local imprint. It's really nice. We're in between 3 neighborhoods. So we have like South Bay, and then we have, sorry, not South Bay. You have South End, then you have Back Bay, and then you have the Theater District all right there, and Bay Village. So we get a lot of regulars. We get a lot of people come in like once, twice a week. Great vibes, great cocktails, spice focus. So the food is awesome. It's all about just having a good time.
I love that place where people keep coming back. You get to know the bartender. That's always a good thing.
Yes, it's important.
Right. So you brought us 2 different types of cocktails this morning. First, we have something that you call Merry and Moody. I feel like this describes me during the holidays. Merry, it probably describes a lot of people.
Yeah.
What is in Merry and Moody? How do we make it?
Yeah, so this is a really easy cocktail. You can make it at home. You can do it anywhere, but it's still neutral and delicious. So we start with cranberries. We make a spiced cranberry syrup. It has allspice, cinnamon, a little bit of clove. We just cook that down until the cranberries pop, and then we strain it out.
Wow.
We combine that with any vodka, any neutral grain spirit works really well. And then a nice little dry vermouth, and then a little bit of lime juice, and that's it. Goes inside of a decanora, so we're gonna add a little bit of water. We already have everything batched up.
Okay.
It's super easy.
So this is all of the ingredients you just described.
Everything.
Ready to go.
It's all right here.
Look at that nice pink color.
I know, it's so pretty.
Merry and Moody, did you come up with the name for that?
I did, yeah.
I like it.
Sometimes in the holidays, you just,
Yeah.
you need to be merry, but sometimes you need a little bit of mood about it, you know?
Very relatable. Now, is there a garnish for this drink?
Yes, there is.
That's part of the holiday
It
drink
is.
thing, right? You gotta have a fun garnish.
For the garnish, we're doing something really simple. You can add a little rosemary if you like, that always sets it off. But we've done some pickled cranberries that I've done with a curry pickle. So you have some curry leaf, coriander, and then a little bit of warming spices as well too.
Pickled cranberries, how fun.
Yeah,
So it's got a little spice to it.
Little spice, but more warming spices, so holiday spices.
Fun.
I always like to say like those like typical holiday candles that you smell when you go into a home. It's kind of like all of that, all the good things, you know?
I love a drink that's also a candle. Can we take a little sip of it?
Yeah, please.
Let's try it. Okay, let's see. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's really good. I like the little spice. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
That hits.
Okay, I don't know how you're gonna top that, but you have another drink. How do we say this? I don't want to mess it up.
So this is coquito.
Coquito, okay.
One of my favorites. I've been making this for years, for almost 10 years now. This is a Puerto Rican eggnog.
Okay.
So typically you're gonna add actual rum to it, or you're gonna make it alcoholic. But in our case, we made some fake rum. So we make a lot of fake spirits at the restaurant.
Yep.
This one has some spices to sort of coincide with the coquito, which already has a little bit of vanilla. I add a little bit of tamarind powder to it.
Okay.
You have some cinnamon and a little bit of clove.
Is that what makes it Puerto Rican eggnog? Just different spices?
I think the spice blend, the rum specifically, and then you're gonna add coconut, which is gonna be your base ingredient for this, instead of using like a whole milk or something in that retrospect.
So more tropical.
A little more tropical, a little lighter as well.
Yeah, okay. And I mean, mocktails are so big. The Sober Curious movement, lots of people, dry January. So it's great to have when you walk into a bar if you want that option.
It's a good option too. And the nice thing is, you know, if you want to add a little booze instead and you still want to try it,
you can.
We can swap it out. But
right.
Sometimes you just want to, you know, not have to deal with any of that, the hangover the next day or anything.
Sure. And this is fun. Do you serve these in the cans at the bar?
Yes, we do.
Oh my gosh, that is
it's one of those things
fun.
where we just have such an abundance of cans.
Yeah.
And it's
why not use them?
Why not use them? They look fun. It's tropical. So we're going to top this off with a little bit of crushed ice.
Okay. And as you kind of get these ready, what do you think makes a great cocktail? What is the key?
There's a couple different things. So it's a loaded question, really. It's not as simple as you might think it is. No, it's okay. So a lot of times people say like the most important thing is core ingredients, right?
Yeah.
But that is true. I think you can have a great cocktail, but with great ingredients, but it's more focused around the environment that you're in. If you're having a good time, then you're really gonna love it. Like that's the most important thing.
You're so right, because you could have the best drink in the world, but if the atmosphere isn't good, you just kind of want to drink that drink and get out of there.
Exactly.
So that is half the battle for sure. Mint leaves.
Little mint leaves.
Okay.
Keep the tropics going.
It's like your tropical evergreen.
Pretty much.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're just swapping out the pine leaves or pine needles. Look at this. How fun.
Just like that.
Oh my goodness, look at that. This is such a great idea. You can incorporate this at home. I always just recycle these cans. Never has occurred to me to reuse them.
Well, eventually they don't last forever, you know? You do have to recycle them eventually, but...
I love that you're hitting the herbs. You're getting it ready to go.
Yeah.
So nice and fragrant.
Express all the oils.
Yes, I learned that recently.
Make sure it's nice and lively.
Let's have a sip of this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy holidays. Take a sip. Wow.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh my goodness. I need this one and this one too. Okay, Jake Smith, the bar manager from Moon Bar in Boston. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Happy holidays. Time is ticking on what to buy your loved ones this season of giving. Ahead, we're taking a look at a guide to gifts made right here in Massachusetts that you can pick up before Christmas.
What's up? I'm Damon John and you're watching the ReMix.
Well, it can be hard to come up with creative Christmas gifts for everyone in your life. It's a long list sometimes. So we did all of the work for you. We have Meghan Block of Boston Moms here with us. She's going to walk us through some of her favorite gifts for mom, grandma, hostess, teacher, friend, guys in your life, and the kids. You have covered literally every single base.
We sure have, yeah.
So what's really cool about the gifts that you brought in today, Meghan, is that they're all either made in Mass or they're owned by Massachusetts companies. You can buy them locally.
Yes, that's super important to us at Boston Moms. We want to be able to support local whenever we can, and we have some really awesome gift ideas.
Okay, so let's start down here at this end. These are gifts for mom or grandma.
Yeah, the women in your life. So the first one I want to point out is the Feast and Fettle cookbook. So Feast and Fettle is a local meal delivery service owned by women, actually, and one of the founders wrote this cookbook this year. So you could take something off of mom's proverbial plate by gifting her a Feast and Fettle gift card. So that would take care of the delicious and nutritious food that she wants to provide to her family, or perhaps gifting her, perhaps gifting her this cookbook to be able to do some cooking with the kids.
Yeah, and maybe you learn a couple recipes in there and then you make dinner for mom too.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It's all delicious, so we love Feast and Fettle.
Okay, love that. There's something else over here too.
Two more
right?
things here, yes. So we have some gifts here from the Paper Store, which is a local company. The Paper Store has giftables for all of the women in your life. We selected two here. We have a Cape Cod bracelet. Who doesn't love a Cape Cod bracelet?
Classic.
It's standard for us, right?
Yep.
And then we have a bracelet here from T. Giselle. Tiffany is actually a local mom. She lives on the Cape, and she is well known for her bracelets, and they stock them in the Paper Store too.
Beautiful. It's so nice to know that you're supporting someone locally who's working really hard.
Absolutely, and when you purchase something from them, they do a little celebration.
I love that.
The last thing we have over here for mom is actually my personal ask for the holidays this year, and this is a gift card to the Omni Seaport Hotel and their spa. Omni Seaport is one of my favorite hotels in the entire city. It is next level, so if you are wanting to gift a mom in your life some R&R, that is where you should send her.
This is the one to get, everyone.
That's
okay,
it.
that little Omni gift bag. Okay, so we're moving on to the next category, which is teachers, friends, that sort of thing.
Hostesses, yes. So we're always looking for small gifts to be able to bring that are easy to pack. So first we have here candles from a South Shore women-owned business, Feather and Fin. They have candles and these diffusers. They smell incredible. They're clean burning and also local and woman-owned.
I love all their scents. I just want to sniff this one, Golden Hour.
I don't think I smell that one.
Try that one.
Oh yeah, it smells so good.
Oh, it's so good. It's nice and fresh.
Yeah, and they're all beautiful, so they make for a really beautiful gift too. Some of the branding here is key. Then we have the half cookie. If you have not heard of the half cookie yet, I don't know where you have been.
I don't know where I've been because I haven't heard of it.
Oh my gosh, well, we are leaving you with these today. These are cookies by, again, a local mom, Danielle. She has started this incredible movement for these amazing, huge, and shareable cookies. So all you need to do is pop these in the oven for a couple of minutes, and they become these amazing, gooey, delicious shareables. So those are from the half cookie. And then what else do we have here?
Those do look like really fat, like nice and chunky cookies.
Once you have a half cookie, you'll never go back. They're unreal.
And you're supposed to share that?
I mean, I suggest, yeah.
Okay, yeah, any friend, teacher, hostess is gonna love that. And it's true, because you always bring someone like a bottle of wine, right? And we were talking about this and saying how like, you usually get like someone's wine that maybe they didn't like, right? You end up with all this stuff. So these are nice things that people are actually gonna eat. They're gonna use the candle, it's much better.
Absolutely, and you're supporting a local and women-owned business when you purchase there.
Right, okay, I see the men's section.
Yes, so this could be for anybody. I mean, any of these gifts can be for anybody, but these are some of our picks. So we have Burke's hot sauce here. For the guy in your life who might like a little extra spice, Burke's is also a South Shore women-owned company. We love them. They do have like a holiday gift kit here that's hot sauce and Taza chocolate, which is also a local business. Here we have the Bruins Centennial book. We are a hockey family, so we love all things Bruins. This you can purchase in the Bruins Pro Shop, and it gives a full history. It's actually really interesting of the last 100 years of the Bruins.
Very cool.
We have Bully Boy Bourbon. So Bully Boy Distilleries is a local distillery here in the Boston area, and this bourbon is actually excellent. Yes, highly recommend, and a great giftable. And then we have a Boston Mom's Wicked Good Dad hat.
Oh, there we go.
You can get from us at Boston Moms for the wicked good dads in your life.
This is a fun dad night. I'm seeing the bourbon, the hot sauce, looking through the Bruins book. You mix that all together.
Well, we're at the spa. They can do that.
You guys do that. Thank you very much. Okay, we're on to the next section here, which is, of course, the kiddos.
Kids, yes. So there's actually a business in Brookline and Wellesley called The Tiny Hanger that I talk about whenever I can. It's a local boutique, locally owned. They stock jelly cats. So does the paper store. And these Uli markers, they have a ton of different craft supplies. So that's a great place to do some fun holiday shopping for the kids. Down here we have these MBTA ornaments and MBTA stickers from our friends at Sidetrack Products. Sidetrack has all MBTA themed things.
Cool.
It's owned by a local dad. Our kids used to wear the T-shirts wherever we would go. They love them. So if you have a train-loving kid, that's a great place to grab a gift. And again, local. Joy Street Kids, here, these pajamas. This is a local mom-owned business. They currently have a pop-up in the Seaport. And you can purchase them online. These are Boston-themed jammies.
So cute. I saw that. I have a couple of these. They're so soft. I love these.
Unbelievable quality. I give them as gifts all the time. This actually came from my personal stock of like baby gifts that I give because I love giving them. I love all things Boston, and again, a mom-owned business.
If you look really closely, because the camera zoomed in, there's like the Zakum Bridge in there, and it looks like the Green Line and the ducks, and the Charlestown Monument. So that is really cute.
It's perfect for the Boston kid. And then finally, if you don't want more stuff, or if you don't want to gift more stuff, we love the Children's Museum. The Boston Children's Museum is a perfect opportunity to bring your kids to do something out in the area together, and they do have yearly memberships that are incredibly cost effective. To gift or to gift to your own children, I think it's a great idea.
Meghan, thank you so much for bringing us all of these great ideas. Seriously, you know how exhausting it is to just get through the Christmas season and then think of all the gifts to get, so this is a huge help.
Thanks for having me.
Well, the winter may not seem like a time to talk water safety, but it's actually higher risk than you may think. Ahead, an Olympic gold medal winning swimmer and his mission to teach children how to swim. Well, the holidays are not typically a time that makes you think about swimming, but whether it is traveling to a climate with a warm ocean or families heading to the local pool, water activities are happening. And with that comes the need for water safety. Paula Ebbins spoke with a gold medal Olympian whose mission is to keep kids safe in the water.
Just, for people who aren't familiar with your swimming background, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I had humble beginnings. I know the medal kind of gives off the, like, you were great at swimming at all times. No, I nearly drowned at the age of 5.
Wow.
Only child with my parents, and wanted to get on the biggest ride there because my dad wanted to get on.
You were at a water park.
Yes, at a water park, fully supervised. I think that's important. Fully supervised with lifeguards. My parents were there. I wasn't roughhousing. I wasn't doing anything I wasn't supposed to. But because I had not had swim lessons, I was still able to go down down on this ride, flip upside down. And I know now we have cell phones and all the things that kind of take our attention. This was, much earlier in my development, but my parents turned their head for a second, and I was underwater, and I had to be fully resuscitated.
Parents just shudder when they think about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the first time in decades that the CDC says that drownings are on the rise.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Well, part of it is us coming out of COVID. Although most people didn't know that the one thing COVID could not transfer over was chlorinated water. But
right.
besides the point, people's kind of stepped away from learning to swim. So that's why we're really excited. I'm here to celebrate Milford Goldfish winning for the second time. We'll see if they get the three-peat, but the second time for the Safer Swimmer Pledge. And the goal is to try to get more and more kids, especially, to learn to swim. Yeah. And this pledge, Massachusetts just crushed it. They had 8,000 different signups that happened, and Milford alone had 2,800. So, let's see if they can get that three-peat.
So the Milford Goldfish Swimming Schools teach not only swim safety, but lessons. It's a real resource for families.
Absolutely. And I know it's colder up here. Don't worry. It's the reverse of Game of Thrones. Summer is coming.
Right.
You want to be prepared right now. Get your children into swim lessons so that you're ready once it starts getting warmer.
And, I can see why this is so close to your heart after your personal experience. Your parents must think back on that and think, well, thank goodness he became such an elite swimmer.
And honestly, that's why I'm so motivated now, because I have a 5-year-old, and I remember what I went through, and I don't want him to have a negative experience. And I've been teaching since I was 15. There's only one person I can't teach, and that's that little boy. I swear, I'm fun dad, so...
You need to turn it to somebody else.
I took him to Goldfish.
Okay, so let's say you're heading on some Christmas vacation.
Yes.
Even if it's just a, hotel with a pool.
Sure.
What are your tips for water safety? What do you say to children under 10?
Well, the first thing is I want to talk to the parents. The first thing is you want to have really bright colored suits just like this. You want to make sure that you have your personal devices, whether it be a life jacket. I'm not a big fan of the water wings, honestly.
You don't like
it gives a false sense. Yeah, it gives a false sense of equilibrium in the water. So,
well, and I also feel like the kids' arms can go up, but their face can get under the water.
100%.
So you like the vest better.
I don't mind the vest. There is no substitution for swim lessons.
And you can kind of grab it from behind and get them out fast.
Exactly, yes.
You can tell I have 4 children.
Yes, you know what to do.
That I have dealt with at a pool. And, what's your number one word to the wise to parents in terms of their observation of kids? Because you said you can have a lifeguard there.
As an Olympic swimmer, when we have our families together, everyone expects me to be the lifeguard, but I like to have fun with my friends too. So it's always important to have a designated person watching the water, having a water watcher. I know for Goldfish, we have a card that we talk about that we pass along so that every single person can have it and they take their time to pay attention, because fresh eyes make sure that nothing happens in the water.
Like a designated driver.
Exactly.
And, what's the best way to introduce swimming to children who might not love it?
I can definitely sympathize and empathize. It took me 5 different teachers before I started feeling comfortable again. So the biggest thing for parents is just to be persistent. Avon, my son, he cried in the beginning, and now I'm watching him swim backstroke and freestyle. It's a comfort for the parent to see and know that they're becoming safer around the water, because then for holidays, we can have fun. We can relax.
Right. Yeah,
they're safer around the water.
And that's the thing. It's a skill you're teaching them, a life skill. It's really, and it can really help with their confidence.
Absolutely.
Just as a person. Well, Cullen Jones, Olympian, and we're happy. Advocate for safety for swimming. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us on The ReMix. We'll be back next week for more lifestyle, community, and entertainment news.